Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alex is here with Modesty. Well, we are continuing our Urban Decay Naked Series so we can just get it done. And so today I am creating a look that you see with the Naked One. So if you're interested in hearing about this palette, please stay tuned. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, here we are. We are going to do the look, as I said, using the Naked, Urban Decay Naked One. Okay, and this is not my original that I got when it just came out, released many years ago. I'll show you that little later when I do the review for this. But this is actually the first one, but it was like many years after, and it was right before they discontinued it. I picked up one, okay? And so that's what this is. And there are slight differences, and I will go ahead and compare it for you at the end of it. But just to get us started, I did prep my eyelids and my lips, and I used the Mario, and I just noticed that, you know, I was dark enough now to start using this color here. You know, through the winter I was using this one, but now this is the summer color, which is perfect, and I love this. And I think I'm gonna have to replace this because I think I'm gonna hit pan soon. Yep. And so because it is like perfect match for my skin, love it. And then as far as my eyebrow goes, you guys know what I always use, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is an ash brown. Okay, and then something that I don't typically do, but I did today because I noticed my lips were getting really dry. It's funny because during the winter it wasn't like that, but I guess because of the, you know, the heat wave we have, and you know, I mean, I'm trying to drink as much water as possible, you know, but still, it's my body needs the water. And so what I'm using is this MAC Prep and Prime, and this is a lip cream in a stick, and it is so good. And I can already feel it working. It goes like this. And you know what? You know how hot it is? This thing is a little bit soft because of it. Usually it's kind of like waxy and hard, but this is like, uh-oh, it's melting. And so, yeah, I'm hoping, I have a lot of makeup here and I don't want it to get that hot. I mean, I do have air conditioner blowing in from the living room, but I have a wall unit. So, yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, my beautiful wildflowers, I don't want to divert us too far. But, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to divert us for one thing. Oh, I almost forgot. I was so honed in on doing this look because I need to finish this series. I know I took a little break through Ramadan and everything else, but yeah, I need to get it done. But this is more important, which is our daily affirmations. And so let's pick a card. And here it is. And it looks like the Jordan, you know, but the basketball. Okay, it says, I am in good health and I am getting better every day. I am in good health and I am getting better every day. You know what? This really speaks to me as a nurse. And one of the things that's really important, more so than vanity, of course, is good health. I mean, without good health, you really don't have anything. I mean, imagine, you know, you're so sick that you can't even get out of bed, right? And so you really have to be in good health. And this is not just physical health when I speak of this. I'm also speaking of mental health as well. So we really have to take care of ourselves. And also, good health does not start with the body, it starts with the mind. And you really have to think about it. You really have to put effort into being healthy. That means eating healthy. You know, if you can, get a little exercise, even as little as, you know, walking or, you know, whatever. And maybe doing a little bit of yoga, you know, whatever it is. And also practicing, you know, calm, you know, stress-free life, if at all possible in this environment. I know it's hard, but mindfulness is so very important to good health. And so this is a good card. And as far as, you know, there are people out there with chronic illnesses and no fault of their own, but it is what it is. But still, even if you have a chronic illness, you can still be as healthy as you can by eating right and doing what you can as far as activities, if you can, and making sure that, you know, you keep a good thoughts in your mind, okay? And practicing self-care, so very important. And in the back it says, after having said that, what does it say in the back? What can I do to be more kind to my body? And what health goals am I trying to reach right now? That's a good one. You know, I always have my health goals. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have fought my weight my whole life. I mean, my whole life, I've had to watch what I ate. I had to exercise. When I was younger, it was not so bad because I was pretty much an athlete. You know, I did all kinds of sports. I ran track, and I loved anything activity-wise. You know, I used to skydive. I rock climbed. I scuba dived. Anything activity. So when I was younger, it wasn't that hard. But it does get harder, you guys, when you get older. That is true. And so I had to find other ways to stay healthy. And one of the things I try to do is I try to eat correctly. And I gained a lot of weight at one point when I first got married. And I was just a little chubbaroo. And I think you guys seen that picture if you saw my thumbnail. And so I started on my keto journey, and then I've been successful at it. And I'm on keto. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. You know what I mean? So this is what, you know, there's going to be a whole series on that, guys, and it's coming up real soon. And so that's what I can do to be more kind to my body, is feed it good things. And even with keto, you got to remember there's a difference. A dirty keto, clean keto. You got to eat those wholesome foods. And so this is what I try to pay attention to. And what health goals am I trying to reach right now? And, you know, I'm really, really proud to say, and, you know, thank God for this, is that, you know, I'm in my mid-50s, closer to 60 than I am 50. But I'm not on any medications, which I'm very, very grateful. And, you know, my blood pressure is great. My blood sugar is great. I mean, my cholesterol is great. And, you know, I'm so very thankful. But it does take work. You know, it's eating right. It's trying to move a little bit. You know, I do a little bit of yoga. I definitely, if I don't have time to do yoga, I do planking for at least 45 seconds a day, just so I get something going, right? Keep my muscles moving, you know, increase my metabolic demand, so I'm burning my, you know, calories in the right way. So, yeah, I mean, that's me, though. And so just, what's yours? I mean, what are your goals? And I know everybody struggles at one point. I struggle, like I said, I've struggled my whole life pretty much about weight. And if I wasn't doing athletics in the wintertime, you know, I'm sitting down eating bonbons, I got kind of chubby, okay? But come spring, I knew I had to get out there and, you know, exercise and start getting on the track again. So, yeah. So think about it. But like I said, you guys, it does start here. Okay? Because if you don't have the tenaciousness and you don't have the want to do it, you won't do it. And so, yeah, practice mindfulness and, you know, get out there and do what you can to your limits. Okay? That's that. And so now back to, that was a little commercial break. Let me put that here. Now back to Urban Decay. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the palette. And now it comes with the brush. The original one came with the eyeliner, okay? And here's the colors, and the colors are also slightly different. It's a shades are a little bit off. It's supposed to be the same, but they're really not. And the formula definitely is not the same. And so, and it comes with a little mirror like this. And this is the only palette that came like this in just like a velvet, okay? And so, yeah. I never used a brush, by the way. I just don't use the brushes on there. I don't know why that is, because they're good brushes. So let's get started. What I want to do is I want to do a look today that's everyday, natural, neutral, smoky look. And so I'm going to first get started with this shade here. It's Naked. I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my lids, minus immediately under my brows, because I like to keep that kind of a light, okay? And so, and that's another thing, the shade Naked has changed. And that's what I was sad about. It was a little bit, this is a cool brown, you notice? And the original palette, it's a warm brown, like a taupe, warm taupe. And so, whereas this is a little bit cooler, on the cooler side. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on, you know, pretty much everywhere. And so anyway, and I'm going to try to just go like this and then come off camera and then just blend and then come back on camera, because I'm going to edit it out for the reason that, you know, I don't want to take all day to do this. You know, you guys have better things to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over, minus my immediate underbrow. Okay, I have to say, you guys, I mean, this formula is just beautiful even still, even though it's the recreated one. It's not like the formulas that I'm seeing today from the Naked line, right? So yeah, I love it. And next I'm going to go into the crease with Buck, okay? And this was also one of my favorite colors. You'll see which one was my favorite color from original palette, because you see those are the ones that hit pan, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and go right into the crease here and bring it up just a little bit. And you know, these things are so blendable. I just love this line in the earlier years. And I think it was great until Naked 3 was perfect, just like the 1 and 2. It's when they started going, you know, a little bit into more colorful palettes. They're still okay, but they're not like the original creamy, you know, formula like this. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do windshield wiper motions and kind of blend it out. And then what I'm going to do with this as well is I'm going to go ahead and tap this out of my outer V. And so darken that outer V a little bit. And also I want to let you know, I mean, the thing is, zero kick up, guys. Zero kick up on this. Yeah. So, yeah. I kind of miss the old Naked, you know. Okay, this is where I am so far. And I really went in there and layered it. And I like the fact that you can just, you know, layer and layer and layer. And I like the way it looks so smoky. And a thing too, I did just a little bit of an interesting thing here. This was the, well, not this one, but Naked 1 was the only palette I owned for many, many years. And yeah, I just loved it. But I wasn't, you know, I wasn't a heavy makeup wearer. So, and then, of course, and there wasn't a whole lot available. Estee Lauder and Clinique, and that's about it. And all of a sudden, this came out. I was like, okay, I like it. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to do next? Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and use this Hustle on the outer half of the eyelid, and I'm going to go ahead and just use a flat brush. I don't think I've been showing you the brush, but I think you could see it. Yeah, my usual, right? And so toasted, let's see. Ooh, nice. And this is on a dry brush, and I just tapped in. I did not even dig in there or anything. And there's no kick up, by the way. Nice, right? So, let's see. I said outer, right? Yeah. So that'll be that way. Yeah, I got confused. Okay, and I just want to create a kind of dark outer to make it smoky, but I want to line up the inside, so I don't want to go too far in, because I just want to do half. Okay, and I just want to go ahead and give it the smoky look. And here you go. I'm just going to tap this around like this. And I don't have any fallout either, so yeah. And I really like this natural, smoky, like sensual look. And yeah, it's very easy to do, okay? And so, yeah, you guys should try it if you like this, like the smoky type of look. And I did go ahead and dust off the same brush, because I'm going to use the same brush. I'll just use the other side. And I want to go into something light. And so we will go into Sidecar, which is this one here. And we're going to go ahead and put this in the first half of the eyelid, the parts that we didn't do. Okay, but not too much on the inner. So let's see what happens. And it's been a while since I used this, so yeah, some of them are like matte with glitter, so I have to be careful. But yeah, it goes on really nice. What I'm trying to do is move gradually lighter as I move forward, more in towards my eyes. And so, in the most inner, I'm going to go ahead with something lighter. Okay. I have a little bit of texture, so I want to make sure that I get the little crevices. A lot of times, if you don't get the little wrinkles in between the wrinkles, your texture shows more. And I know they say you shouldn't use anything other than matte if you have texture eyelids. No. Well, not for me. I mean, you know, it might be some truth to that, but I won't do it because I like my sparklies. Okay, next I'm going to take my smaller, not the smallest, but the smaller pencil brush, and I'm going to go into this shade called Sin, which is right here. Okay, and I'm just going to put this like more on the 1/3, no, I guess 1/4 of my eyelid. So let's see. All right. And I'm going to just do the triangular part of it. Oops, you probably can't see because I'm out of focus if I put my brush forward. It's the way I hold my brush. Okay, and this is what I have so far. And as you notice, I went from dark to lighter into lightest, right? And then now for the lightest color, which is called Virgin, which is right here. And I'm going to go under my brows with this one because I always like to highlight under my brows when I'm doing a smoky look, because you'd be surprised. I mean, it just, you know, it just pops, makes the eyes pop. And so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this under here and try to move it down a little, because I have to be careful because this is not a matte. This is a shimmer, as you notice. But I want my eyes to pop in a good way. Okay. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And now what I'm going to do is go back with the brush I originally used to do my crease. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend the top lines all together. But I don't want to go into the colors, but just blend it out, making sure that there is no seams here. And this is important when you're doing a smoky eye. That way you don't want, like, you know, lines. And so you want to go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera and go ahead and finish the rest of my eyes, which is, you know, eyelash, yes. Yeah, eyelashes, okay, mascara. And also, and I will do the under eye and then put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be right back to talk to you about this palette. And so stay tuned for the finished look. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, here's the finished look. What do you think? Let me get closer for the eyes, okay? And so this is a classic look that I used to go for, I mean, for a long, long time, and I really love it. And I'm going to tell you, Naked 1 is on the top of my favorites, and along with 3, okay? And then I told you at the end of all this, I will go ahead and rank it for you, but let me show you the difference. This is what I use today, okay? And like I said, it comes with the brush, same mirror, comes with the brush. And here's the shades, okay? And then original is this one here. And if you were to look, it's kind of hard to tell, right? But look at the difference in the container here. I mean, they tried to keep it the same, I think. But you see how, let's see. You see where the label's here, the label's here. Okay, this is the older one, the original one. And I want to show you the original one. The shades are actually a little bit slightly, it looks like it's the same. I hit pan there. I told you that was my favorite. Hit pan there. And so, like I said, it looks familiar. It really, I mean, familiar, similar, but the shades are slightly different. And it's deeper. The original ones are deeper. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So, like, if you can see, let's see. There we go. You see the shades, okay? You see, definitely notice the difference here in this pan, right? And so you have this darker one here and the lighter one here. And this is actually the original one here. And this is the not original, the replica. Oh, of course you can tell because this is where I'm missing the pans, right? And so if you look, I mean, take a look at it. I mean, it's not exact, okay? The shades are slightly different. And some of them are deeper, some are lighter. And I really did enjoy the original, as you can see. And of course, I kept this, but I'm getting ready to declutter. The only reason why I didn't get rid of it is to do the comparison for you guys. And so, yeah, and then also the original came with the eyeliner, a long, full-size black eyeliner. And this one comes with a brush. So those were the differences. So as far as the quality of the eyeshadow, I still think the original was better. But the replica, you know, the one that was made later, they're not bad either. Still was at the top performing formula. And no kick up, no fallout, unless you're, of course, working with the, like the gunmetal here. And you do get a little bit of fallout, but that's because it has glitter in it, okay? But as far as the rest of it, no, it's very solid. And it's a very good palette, especially for neutral looks. And you can do multiple neutral looks. And if you really want to make it a night look and you want to really do it for a go out, you can use these colors down here. I stayed pretty much down here, and I used a couple of here for because the ones in the middle you would use for, I think, all looks. And whereas like here would be your day look, here it will be your night look. And so it's really versatile, and I really love that about Urban Decay. And you know, lately it's been pretty disappointing, especially with I haven't done the video for you for the Prince palettes because I'm not, I guess, excited about it, especially after listening to people. You know, I've been watching YouTube and seeing, you know, okay, other channels and professional makeup artists, and they're not saying good things about it, but I will definitely try and get my own opinion because, you know, they work at a professional level. I don't, so I may be just fine with it. So I'll put, you know, I'll do that coming up real soon, but I really want to finish this Naked series for you. And then the other thing I want to show you is what I use and what I think. And as far as my foundation, I did use my MAC foundation, and this is a cream foundation. And this is actually a very good match. It's one of my best match foundations. It's a little light, but that's okay because I can warm it up. And then as far as my bronzer, I use this bronzer, and this is by, of course, Marc Jacobs, and here it is. And I love this one. And this is called Tantric. The color is 102 Tantric. And this is a matte. And I always use for a bronzer. I like matte. And I did also use, did I put it back? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. I did go ahead, and what I don't usually do is I don't contour. But I did contour to cut my cheekbones deeper. Okay. And so I use my Shade and Light. And this is the only contour I've ever used. I have the 3-pan one as well, and it's by Kat Von D. As you notice, I started hitting pan here. So I do use this a lot when I do contour, but I used to bronze with this because this is a warmer contour compared to the other ones, because you got to remember, contours are usually cool toned, okay? And bronzers are warm toned. And then I finally used my Patrick Ta, whoops, you can see my camera, hi, Patrick Ta blush, and this here, and I was really excited when I got this. I have it in 2 different shades, and this is the first time I actually use it. I don't really like it, to be honest. It's really chalky. And I expect my blush not to be chalky. And when I spun it around in the, when I spun my brush around in here, it just didn't feel, because I do use a small brush for cheeks as well. This is the brush that I use. And it just was really chalky going on. It didn't go on creamy like my Nars. Nars is beautiful. That's my favorite blush. And also Natasha Denona. But, I mean, this was chalky. I'm sorry that I bought 2 of them. And as far as my highlighter, as you notice, highlighting, it's beaming, is also by MAC. And I started using this little finger pad for my highlighter. You see, this is what I got in the LA Makeup Institute of LA. And I got it as a gift, right, or additional one. And I just put this on here, and I just kind of pat it like this. And that way it doesn't leave that line that you get with using a brush. So what I do is I go ahead and I have like 6 of them. So I'm going to leave them in my various highlighters. Okay. And then as far as the eyeliner underneath, I did use an eyeliner. And this is by Urban Decay. And this is Bourbon. And here it is. And this is Whiskey is the matte one. And Bourbon is the one with a little bit of glitter. And for my mascara, I said I would try this. I got this in one of the boxes. I can't remember now which one it is. I need to write these things down. But this is waterproof, and we get a lot of IPSY mascara. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. It was good. It went on good the first time. The second time, it started to clump. And I don't know if it's because they're not putting, you know, really optimal ones in our boxes. And I mean, if you buy it, it's different. But this is the IPSY Beach Waterproof Mascara, and this is what the brush looks like, and it is already kind of dry, if you notice. I don't know if you can notice that, but it did start to clump after my second application, and I just cracked it open, so I never opened it before. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed by that. And as far as my lipstick goes, again, MAC, and let's see, what shade is this? I gotta look at this. Is so small. This is called Paramount, like Paramount Pictures. I don't know if it's going to capture it, but here, Paramount, okay? And it is a dry matte, and I call it dry matte because it feels dry, okay? And there it is. And what I would recommend is if you're going to use this color or this kind of matte, make sure you use a creamy primer. It doesn't have to be this one, but you can use a creamy primer prior to it because it is quite desert-like otherwise. But the good thing about it is that it lasts, yeah? Okay, so I think that's it, my beautiful wildflowers. This is the look that I got with my Urban Decay 1. And like I said, you know, formulas have changed over time. And our current formulas, like the last two, the Reloaded is the first one I really noticed gone downhill. And then Ultraviolet. And the newer one that they have out there, which is the Naked Series, Wild West. So, yeah, I can tell you right now, those three are going to end up in the bottom three. So, I just have to decide which one is the worst. Yeah, it is what it is. But that's okay, though. And I will probably, at the end of this series, declutter all of my Urban Decay Naked Series except for the first three. Okay, and so I think I have just 2 more palettes to finish the series, and that is Naked 2, and I may not do that one because it is so darn similar to this, and but I'll show it to you. And then the Wild West, I have done that one before in my first impressions, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. This will be my second impression, but you know, now that I know how it works, what to expect, maybe I can make up for it somehow. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, I hope I added value to you today. And let me know if you like the Naked series. And I know some of you out there has already told me that you're not crazy about, you know, Urban Decay. But in the beginning of times when these things were really good, they were really good. And I am very disappointed. And ever since I think, you know, Estee Lauder bought them out, it hasn't really been that good. You know, not sure if that's the reason, but that's what I related to. So, yeah. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, again, if I added value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this type of content, please do consider subscribing. And also ring that bell button and select all so you know every time I upload a new video. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, I want you to have a good day, a good night, a good week, or a good weekend whenever you're watching this. But remember, never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.